Hello, how are you? The video is jumping a little bit, but that's got everything to do with the internet here and nothing to do with your screen, so don't worry about it. Welcome back for the tarot reading, and this is for the full moon in Aries on the 13th, followed very closely by a trigger point between Uranus and Jupiter, which is going to be very, very interesting to say the least. So let's see what comes up with the cards. I've got the vice versa deck here, and that's because the cards are both ways. You can read the front or you can read the back. So front and back. And we'll see what's happening with that. The Ram, Aries, is all about us and putting us forward. It's a time of being confident, it's a time of being assertive, but it's also a good time to release things, and it's definitely a time when we're thinking about what's next, what's the change, where are we going. Given that we've then got a trigger point by Uranus, which is going to be restless for change and a little bit rebellious, definitely seeking the new, you can see that the rest of October is going to be a big time for change and unexpected change. So let's see what the cards have got to say. Oh, they just said deal, which is very interesting. Okay, so let's deal. Oh yeah, that all makes sense. Okay. Kind of wasn't expecting that. Right. Oh, okay. So it is about change, and I said, oh, I kind of wasn't expecting that. It's quite true, I wasn't expecting that. I was just having a look at the cards to see. The first row makes perfect sense. Two of Pentacles, we're weighing up change. Five of Cups, we're looking because we've outgrown something, it's no longer there for us. And the progression to the 6, we're looking for something new. Okay, now people go, oh, why is the woman in the water and the man up with the land? And it's not about the woman being in the water and that being a bad place. Think about it as being a stinking hot day, and she's the one in the water going, come on in, the water's fine. And the guy's going, I don't know that I want to go in, I like it out here in the dry. So what this is actually looking at is a meeting of equals. But you see the hands are coming together, so they are mirroring each other, but they just have two very different perspectives, and they're coming from two very different places, which I think is very much about Aries, the unexpected and the rebellion. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at choices that need to be made, and we're weighing things up and we're balancing them, but we haven't made the choice yet. We're being told quite clearly there's something that used to fulfill us, and can you see we are still looking at what is gone, what is wrong, what is not working, and we're ignoring the cards that are up behind us. And this little note is just saying to us, there's something about that's coming up to fulfill us, that's going to be more of a match. So by goodness sake, just turn away from those cups that are down and look towards the new that's coming. For those of us who haven't yet made the move, just be aware of that. The only thing I'm also going to say to you is, going back to the earlier readings, is that what we're giving up is something that has actually been really good for us in the past. It's just, it's reached its use-by date. We've learned all we can from it, and it's definitely time for us to be going on and going out and looking for something new. All right, what's come up beside that? The 2 tens have come up beside that. So here you see this is the 10 of cauldron. So this is all about what makes us fulfilled is man and his friend, his best friend, the dog. So what this is about is having relationships of devotion and relationships where we both care for each other, but we're still independent, and you can see that we are actually very different. So this is looking at us redefining and making sure that when we're going forward, we're not going forward being totally dependent on something. We're going forward in something that is interdependent. So both of us are benefiting from this relationship. And I'd say in the past there would have been elements of we are not that we're not matched. We might be matched, but how we're contributing to the relationship is not equal. And basically, we've had enough of any relationship that's not equal. It's out. We're tired. If it doesn't work for us, where we both give and receive in our own way, then this is not for us. It's time to look at the other cups that are waiting for us and develop something new. So that's what's coming forward very strongly with that. What's coming forward that I really like in the cards is we're talking about the Nine of Swords. So we are talking about thoughts and messages coming forward, and I think these messages are going to come from within, or they're going to be triggered. We're going to have thinking processes triggered from outside, and look at the action on that. This is also about Aries. It's impatient. We want something to happen. Venus is also in Aries, so it's also impatient. So we are, in Scorpio. So we are looking for these changes to come, and we're impatient for these changes to come, and they're going to come quite fast. So the idea, of course, is to stay aware and don't miss out on them. What we've got that I really like is we've been reminded about the High Priestess, because the High Priestess is saying to us, we know that there's something there, so in this message, so we know and we understand, we're just not acting on it. And there's a little bit of trust and faith about what needs to be coming to us from the message. The card that has come up in the vice versa is the World card. Normally it comes up looking like this. It's a 10, so something is definitely in the chain. Again, that it's also in balance. So there is a change coming, but the change is going to be moving us back into balance. There's something about the way that we are currently in a relationship or currently being fulfilled, and it's not balanced. It's not fulfilling us anymore. And remember, when I talk about relationships, I'm not just talking about amour, although this is a personal reading. I'm also talking about the relationships we have with all of the people in our life, and we have a lot of relationships, and we're probably looking at those that are a little bit more intimate and a little bit more personal. And this is saying that we need to go and put these relationships back in balance. We need to speak up. We need to be assertive about that. We need to look and attempt something, and it's new. So it's not going back to the way things were. That has been, that has gone. We are going forward in that relationship and thinking about what that's going to look like. In case we needed another message about change, bottom of the pack, it's the 10. It's the 10 of staves. We are so over the hard work. So if what flashes into your mind while you're in the middle of a conversation with someone, not this again, I'm just so over this, or you find that you're the chief carer, or you find that you're the chief pacifier, or you find you're the one that's always having to step in, it's over. It's over. It's time to put that load down. 3 10s. 3 10s, 2 2s. It's time to choose. You know what to do. It's time to redefine that relationship. Okay, I'm going to love you and leave you. I apologize. This is going to be a very stretchy recording. It's got nothing to do with your screen at all. It's all got to do with the internet here in this lovely little town, Luang Prabang in Laos. Okay, thank you very, very much. See you all soon.